What's up, everybody? It's Reborn back with another video. I want to apologize through the delay because I was kind of struggle around my script, so I have to restart the whole thing now for my title. I will be discussing the launch day of Cold Violet and response how these four creators got the game, and it's been proven they've been correct. They've been told got robbed. Not just that, they got their account, report and suspended by YouTube, which is so fully against violation of terms of service. But speaking on that, here's my rule and my take for this video today, right? So basic, I would say these codes from T-Kill Media has been basically pulling a fraud and vigilante on its own consumers and creators and their businesses and their own stand up on stuff. It's very well damn anti-consumer. Plus, they are known for through their reputation as failed companies that cannot achieve a thing through their history and career, but then type of bitch ass companies think it's okay to use political silence to suppressing the creators and all to rob their money to get yourself capitalized for your workers. Meanwhile, y'all goes to Sony to close up because your quality of that Dino game, nigga, it will bomb, nigga. It sure do bombs at it first hit the reviews. It's gonna be a bad quality. And next, y'all, we'll try and do a pro victim mentality stance to claim on your damn graves. Oh, my organization isn't bad. Oh, my organization is woo this and her. That y'all's been busted. Y'all's already in the watch of receive. Yeah, dumbass. Cause your organization is public figure. Same goes through that game too. Is a public figure, especially the chick too as well. There is no meaning to play excuse and go all the way around to escape stuff. Nope. Yeah, yous. Nope. That's not how real life works. That's not how real life works. You got consequences. You gotta stand up and take it. You bitches. Yeah, yous. Today we'll be reacting and watching, and I will be making my thoughts and also show you the truth why this Dino competition successor that have been died early in the shape of a pattern in the form due to the sinisters what the devs do closed door and all, but there's more clues into it. So yeah, I will be watching these four people have proof when they first have the game through, I think maybe on pre-order, through that launch day when Cold Violet ready to release its full game. Even though they got the early copy, cause the devs behind something going behind the scenes with. So to discuss woo in that meantime, let's just get into a video and make these four creators tell you everything. And I gotta message these four creators, so let me hit up right now and give my take. What's up? And why I'm very disappointed. Not that from that I'm also kind of a little bit pissed off too. You get what I'm saying? So therefore I will show you the truth. Alright, let's get into that stuff and hear what these four creators discussing. Alright, let's carry on the video. Let's go.
This game called Code Violet the other day from the developer Team Kill Media, and it's actually starting to spiral out of control, and they continue to push the victimhood narrative because their game is complete garbage. Push Square and IGN both gave it a 4 out of 10, and now gamers are having it in their hands and playing it and saying, yeah, it's actually pretty terrible. And they said on X, it's extremely disappointing that a certain group of people now want to attack others for having a different opinion of a video game. How about this group of people offer constructive criticism and or discussion without resorting to attacking others? It's a video game, right?
See, y'all? You see how these creators trying to show and correct evidence absolutely tick evidence. These developers love to go for weak stuff, and they find the preach where if some tiny proportion of small groups liking it straight away, they will respond through that user and give this user, which he probably enjoy it, and good pack on the back. Cause meanwhile, this folk got disability, I can understand that for sure thing. Cause that not interested with the issue and other problems, but he have to find some ways to get these developers be happy. But meanwhile, he is a maybe a defender or some type of shit for us folks. But we can see they inject that strike and double down victim attack. Meanwhile, their competition game, which they had been flushed down the toilet, as if they really didn't get no time and happenings few day payday, but they are broke as shit. I am right, Smash JT. Damn, even some folks, they kind of disagree with you, but for me, I don't. Cause yourself is exposed to these motherfucker asses. Meanwhile, it's gonna be over them in 3 months. Time, I can tell, you can see, cause I am not a future card machine and all, but wish you to do so. Anyways, I'm gonna keep resuming on your video so I can see what's the huge hot cause to this game so I can adjust it, and then I'll put those scumbags into their own place. Alright, so let's do the thing, shall we? Alright, here we are watching a video and react to them, so let's do it, shall we? Let's go.
And I said, remember when victimhood used to work? It's been overplayed. People are tired of it, and they're getting really sick of it. So what is happening now? The latest drama? This is coming from Sevi, who I believe is a lawyer, friend of the channel. She's awesome girl. Channel, check her out. She tagged Team Kill Media, and she says, blocked me for asking a valid question about how they are selling games and in business when under the state of Wyoming, they are listed as inactive since 2021, administrative dissolution for taxes. I asked if they were planning on fixing it. I was polite, yet they tried to hide my post. Hashtag Code Violet. So they blocked her, and this is the question she was asking about if they planned on refiling for their company status because it's inactive since February 8th, 2021 in Wyoming for tax purposes. It's a very questionable situation. Jay Viper quote tweets, so it looks like Team Kill Media may be illegally selling games as they appear to be defunct. I wonder if PlayStation or Sony is aware of this, as they are currently allowing Code Violet to be sold on their storefront. And again, this is that Code Violet game that was exclusive to Sony because they were so worried about not wanting the community to mod lewd mods on their very scantily clad girl, which I don't even believe anyways. Team Kill Media replied to J Viper, it is grossly unprofessional of all of you to post this type of info. What? Your public tax record? Huh? That's grossly unprofessional? Like, everything that happens right now is just super sus.
True, Smash JT. No, Team Kill Media, no. Y'all are unprofessional. And don't you dare take a look and point a finger, and then next minute you go use a weapon tool around your audience and now prepare, to use shamanhood. Y'all are insane. Y'all are evil. Y'all are pro-anti-consumer as shit. And y'all cannot make myself refund the game back on your store. Especially with Sony within your defense. Watching these clowns host. Wanna fuck with true poor people? Y'all so damn disgusting and more invalid to spread misinformation so it can feed up your nasty ass agenda. Screw it, cause y'all wanna get emotion due to your bitch ass statement that you post on X saying to its audience, I'm much so ashamed. To the league, there's information. Y'all's got a platform and promote your sponsor. All y'all capitalize you made in yourself to give through the public brand, But the thing is with us, we never go breach privacy, and that we don't breach what's in the privacy, and that yells so quite with the victimhood of false act and using to character violate, and that's it's children around 6. They are doing footsteps. Meanwhile, y'all self to be way immature and way strength of narcissistic. So it's damn fake positivity, and the whole world see it, especially when it's a globalist. They can see it too. So quit with the damn victimhood mentality and shut up for sure. Damn. Let's carry on the video. What Smash says. I will make last statement before he finished his own video.
Not to mention, that info is old and outdated. We are registered and based out of Montana now, and you can find that information as well. And Jay Viper, with the follow-up, you were asked about it by Sevi, and instead of answering, you blocked her and hit her question. Which, like, if this is true, okay, fine. Why would you block her for asking about it? Why would you hide the question for asking about it? Just again, lots of sus stuff going around. Jay Viper quote tweets up, "Hey everyone, it's grossly unprofessional for people to call out their defunct company. I guess them blocking and hiding a question about it was actually professional. It's almost as if they should have just answered the simple question that Sevi asked. Not to mention, I clearly wrote how it appears, not stated it as a fact. Not defunct if they are registered and active in Montana. See, you guys are full of shit." Again, that's not the problem here. The problem is people are a little curious about this company. There's the smell of bullshit in the air after what transpired with the poor review after poor review from this company coming out of it, and how they started projecting proactively against the community. And people are like, why are they attacking people before this game even comes out about what it... No one understood. It was just very sus. Everything was sus. So people start digging. When developers are sus, people start digging, because typically they're doing that as a smokescreen to try to hide actual problems, nefarious actions, or things in the background that might not be above board. All Sevi did was ask, and she got blocked, which raises more eyebrows as opposed to them just responding. Sevi says, Team Kill Media finally did respond to Jay Viper and called us asking questions as unprofessional. First, thank you for answering. Second, the information that was posted is publicly available to everyone. Oh, never mind. She's still blocked, so I can't answer to them directly. But for anyone who is interested, here is the Montana Secretary of State information. You can request their filings. So this is them saying it's grossly unprofessional. And here is the Montana information for their filings if you want to dig further on it. But apparently it's all above board at Montana. If you want to dive into the background of the company they were going through initially and how it's not really there anymore, that operated out of the same building with tens of hundreds of other companies, and it was very sketch. But again, maybe above board, but very sus. Jay Viper, Code Violet devs said that people love their game, and it's an amazing success. The Metacritic user score is a 2.9 out of 10. It's gone down from 4 out of 10 to 2.9. It has rave reviews like, wasted my money. By the way, $50 USD game. And the game has cinematic letterboxing to hide performance issues, but still runs bad. 4.0 from actual quote-unquote critics, 2.9 from the user scores, based off of 66 reviews. Vastly negative. Waste money, game's low quality, asset flip, cocky social media marketing, fails to explain the gameplay, enemies don't flinch, aiming near a wall fills your screen with 70% shoulder. The game has cinematic letterboxing to hide performance issues. It's like a PS2 game on the PS5. Worst part is, like, the 4th hour you need to complete the game. Worst part is that the 4 hours are boring as fuck. Old controls, stories boring and obvious. The worst game in recent memory. Don't buy unless you're a masochist and your idea of shit time is to torture yourself with a broken, messy game. And that is Code Violet. Not doing so hot. And I just saw, as I started recording this, that we got an upload from a friend of the channel, Atreus, who says, my channel is under attack from Team Kill Media and their trash game. Let's
By
see
the way,
what you...
y'all, I got his full video. Anyway, we gotta take a look at Altari's full video, and then I'm gonna like surely make a response through his video. And just to let you know, even though what's my thoughts about with the Smash JT and all the evidence, like I say, guys, they can try and play like the fire and the vigilante around their corporate and also the organization. But like I say, the light is always been powerful. The light will always work around the skies, up in the cloud. No, there's no way you can defeat the light. The light is always powerful. Remember, always stick to the truth. Even though when folks say that's controversial, stick to the truth. Never ever use damn critical race theory and all that type of stuff. Those come from underground. Those come from, what is it? Bao. It's basically demonic, where people go through their emotions and fear, and they want to label you Istanphobe. Those are absolutely people around there. They're depressed and demonic side. So let me ask you this. I'm gonna explain it, and even though what is it, I will explain it through Altari's video. But how will I say, about the situation? Like, these type of investors, they don't fool around. They can see what even though you got someone around to where they can understand games, but they can see when it came under a company organization that do have struggle, and they do have amount of fear and also victimhood mentality around those studios. You see, y'all? You see? But like I say, bro, these people need to have like a strong, tough, developing the job at least to get the stuff going. Instead of, they want to do vigilante. And when you do vigilante, then you became a jackass, then you became a mobster. And these people are absolutely coward, shame, and they know they're absolutely miserable. If they're absolutely happy, that game will at least succeed. But nope, what their color or what their character, especially what their acts are, they're very anti-consumer, and they don't like any outsiders to just know about something which it don't line through the take. You see how much, you see how much the world just really do not like one type of demographic group, but it all keeps have like the same cult mentality that it has to focus on that same one demographic group. But meanwhile, one demographic group always been excluded maybe around 30 years, nigga. 30 years! But anyway, but I'm glad like we're back and we starting to get healing. But the thing working on healing is gonna be bumpy ride for this one. And even y'all, I have to say this. For me personally, I'm gonna be skeptical about video games, cause my nigga gonna like not gonna like buy a lot of games. No, I'm gonna be skeptical about them. Cause to be honest, when it came down to Sony being pro anti-consumer, and especially, what is it? I don't have my refund due to this situation. But to be honest, I gotta take it, and when it came down to this, yeah, I'm gonna have like so very, very, very hard critical thinking. For me, I'm gonna be very hard critical thinking, and I'm gonna choose which game I can get, but I'm gonna be very, very skeptical. So I'm gonna have a very hard take and hard critical thinking around this year, because since around gaming industry right now, the gaming industry kind of like is in a very hell place, and they kind of fucked up for shit. And right now, you got like these type of fake positivity people, trying to like gatekeep gaming, industry. Now they want to gatekeep our hobbies. And now, y'all, what's the worst thing? What's the bitch ass worst thing? Them niggas want to do? I ain't capping, bro. Them niggas right now, they want to gatekeep YouTube. Yeah, them type of folks, which a lot of the creators call out and type of shit. Now they want to have a power to gatekeep YouTube. Really, man. I don't know what's up with these type of, woke modern generation. But anyways, let's get into our Tyre video. Our guy's full video. So let's like listen what he has to say about this shit. Alright? So let's get on Tyrese. Let's go.
I'm about to mind my own business, right? Like, I'm over here in the bed chilling, about to call it a night, and I get a ridiculous email. And I'm about to tell y'all the contents of this email, but I need y'all to understand that my channel,
bruh, Black Quartering.
so I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead.
Oh boy.
Some of this
No niggas don't want, damn Black Quartering and shit, bruh. Oh, bruh. Atari, you want goofy ass shit, nigga. You want goofy ass shit, homie. But boy, let's get back into your damn video, bruh.
A channel that is under attack because Team Kill Media has lost their goddamn mind. They have lost their mind. But it's cool though, because we gonna handle it, alright? So buckle up, get your popcorn ready, because we finna talk about it. So y'all remember, we've been roasting Team Kill Media for the last few days. There was the company that came out and said they would not be releasing their game on PC because they don't want any vulgar mods being made, because they don't want their voice actors to be, disrespected, despite the fact they have their character running around in a diaper. But that's neither here nor there. So we roasted them. Then Sevi, shout out to Sevi, found out about their tax evasion escapades. You know what I'm saying? So we found out that they owed taxes in Wyoming where they filed, right? And they hadn't paid it back. So we
damn, y'all, you see? Damn, y'all, you see the evidence, y'all? You see it through the few light? You see it through the full of the light, y'all? You see how much waking up to these type of debts and type of shit? I even know when they want to make money in capitalism. See? They are desperate. They are desperate, y'all. They are desperate. This is why they want to, like, come off the creators. Because they want to get their money back. They think it's okay to, like, silence creators or find a way to, like, get their money so they can capitalize and make, fraud and type of shit. So they can gamble with people's disability so they can keep it all by themselves through the pocket. Because, their bitch ass will be broke. No lie, y'all, their bitch ass will be broke because they know that game will fail as shit. Because nobody don't want to buy it. The outside don't want to buy it. And that's why waking on them, they're so desperate to like pay up these workers because probably they don't got like any money for these type of acting shit. That's why they're kind of freaking out as shit. And they're freaking out so damn straight, bruh. Damn straight.
Of all of you to post this type of info, not to mention that info is old and outdated. We are registered and based out of Montana now, and you can find that information as well. I love how you contradicted yourself. Unprofessional to post public information, followed up by telling people to go find public information. You can't make this stuff up. This company is run by idiots. But okay, Jay Viper responded. You were asked about it by Sevi, and instead of answering, you blocked her you blocked her and hid her question. Now my thing is, if it's so simple that you went and just, reopened in Montana, I suppose. If it was just that simple, then you could have just answered her question. Instead, you decided to block her and hide her comment. Sounds devious to me. So, I guess it shouldn't be surprising that I went into my phone and found this email from YouTube Hi Atreus, we received a copyright removal request for your video based on applicable copyright law. We removed your video from YouTube. The video title, Team Kill Media Tax Evasion Scam Exposed from Code Violet debacle, okay? There's the link, content used, Code Violet, content found in entire video. Removal request issued by Team Kill Media LLC. This means that your video can no longer be viewed on YouTube. You received a copyright strike. You now have one copyright strike. If you get multiple copyright strikes, we'll have to terminate your channel to prevent that from happening. Please don't upload videos containing copyrighted content that you aren't allowed to use. Okay. That's interesting, considering the video that I used was all video posted by Team Kill Media themselves and other people. I'm pretty sure that falls under fair use. I don't know where you niggas went to school at. I don't know where you niggas think how YouTube works, but I'm pretty sure that the only reason my video got taken down is because they waited until the dead of night to do this, and it was probably done by a automated machine. Don't worry, I'm fighting it, but under no circumstances is this considered a copyright. First of all, I'm using no audio from the game. I'm talking all over the video. I'm
See that, y'all? You see what these organizations do? You see how much they went and breached, Altaire's video. They went and had. This is not called like, civil liberties or creators, representation civil liberties. No, that's called like characteristic, silence, and also that's equal to a violation of that user. When you violation, you completely violate, that channel or creator. And once you do that, it shows you willing to cancel some folk. But I want to say this: it's not about whatever type of ethnicity background or whatever type of identity what you have. Let's not focus on the gender bullshit, because the gender is kind of like an full-on pro retarded rape. But I know genders. I believe in genders. There's only two gender. So bitch ass, get that shit straight. But let me ask this, y'all. Let me ask this bitch ass thing. But I want to send a message to my views, and let me give out to y'all creators out there, y'all folk creators out there. Even though you calling this type of stuff out, but let me tell you this: I want to give you the strong advice. I want to give you a strong motivation, and now I want y'all to take this strong, bold message and include my views out there. I want y'all to take this strong, bold message too. And this is coming from, Reborn6819. To be honest, y'all, I think it is time y'all need to get a camera, y'all need to vlog, and y'all need to, how I say, don't harass nobody, don't condone no violence and all that type of stuff. Do not condone no violence at all. Alright? Violence ain't answer and never will. And it's always never ever been answer. To be honest, y'alls, do you know what y'alls need to do? Y'alls need to go to organization. Y'alls need to bring like the vlog and camera. And do you know what's the best thing you need to do, y'alls? So we can gain new generation and we can recruit new generation to like focus on the correct side and learn how to do something more braver. I think, y'alls, to all these creators like Smash JT, Indemon TV, Dr. Disaster, and also Altairi, some type of stuff, I think it is time y'all need to bring camera, and y'all need to show evidence, and y'all need to like press on them with the video, like a vlog around the camera. Press on them, expose them, find their company organization, but do not do doxing type of stuff. But just go to company organization, put that camera on, around your shoulder, show the vlog, show the receipts, show the proof, and give it to the whole world and give it to the views and show them how much these type of people are very anti-consumer, and tell them what they done and how did they try to like defame you or try to like, you know, try to like take down your characteristics to like make you seem like a villain. You're not, but you're absolutely a real consumer. You kind of get like, you know, a false accusation, and also this type of false accusation when Smash JT2, which you don't do nothing, they just drop it out so they can make you seem like a bad guy, but you're not a bad guy. You actually got evidence. In fact, they went and violate your type of, you know, your type of problem on YouTube. They constantly violate your characteristic. And that shit ain't great. That shit ain't great. And to be honest, when you're working through jobs and type of shit, you do not discriminate on customers. You do not motherfucking discriminate customers, bruh. See, that's to show these companies around Team Kill Media. These people are absolutely insane, bruh. These people are absolutely insane. I'm lucky, dead ass CEO. Shout to that CEO. Even though I don't know that guy from CEO, shout to this folk. At least he's got common sense. And you see how much you know, when the CEO just witness and also Steam try and witness to you see how much they don't want to go Steam. You see how much the type of craze don't go Steam, cause they know Steam got like, you know, great games and great other games. They know what is it. They know, you know, the consumer can make money. Meanwhile, they got a work placement, and you know they got this this type of woman that she maybe have like an demonic, you know, narcissist around the work placement. They know, because they don't want to offend that type of certain gender, this type of woman, because you know damn well these type of girls will find a way to use these type of narcissistic to like, you know, discriminate around the whole disability people. You see how these gals are. You see. But anyway, how I say this? This is absolutely characteristic violation. That's like three creators that done it. 3 creators. To be honest, that's mostly like a felony. That is absolutely like a felony, and you drop so much false accusation. That's absolutely bullshit, bro. That is absolute bullshit. You just ruined the record right there, Team Kill Media. Y'all's bitch ass ruined the record. That's shit. Shame on you. But anyways, let's carry on resuming video, and let me hear what these folks say. Alright? Let's go. Also, the last thing. What I mentioned on the statement when it came on to these girls, here's the difference. When it came on Steam don't have no type of sensitive people. Nope. They got people with passion, art, great communication, and best skills. They got fully perfect meritocracy people around the web placement around them Steam. Yes, Steam got full on great meritocracy people around the web placement and great best environment. But when it came down to Team Kill Media, they got bad people on the toxic environment. That's it. No positive environment, toxic people environment. And that's why they got like agenda. And they got like this type of woman that can be really triggered if she kind of find out there's mods of her trying to like, you know, been throw around. And especially through the developers too, they know they kind of feel the sensitivity around them. They know they do not like consumers or outsiders to just murder. That really just pissed them off. There so. But anyway, let's get on with Altari's video explain things. And there so, let's get into more so I can respond to his video as well. Alright, let's go.
Posting screenshots of tweets all over the video. So I don't like where you getting this from, gang? It blows my mind that y'all are this desperate. Y'all that mad? We roasting y'all that bad that now y'all want to go and take people's
They
videos
know,
down?
like I say on me, they know they got like some type of mental illness around these type of folks.
Please do.
Cause you know when
I
these
would love
niggas
to embarrass it. This is
with their
nothing but
mental illness,
what
they
call
don't
a
know how to
log
control it. So what they do, they dash that type of shit out and they went to,
yourselves right now.
you know,
All you gotta do,
report it
I'll tell
and
you just
maybe
like I told
try and
Listener
find a way to
Content.
silence it so
Just
they
take
can gamble,
the
so they
L.
can capitalize money. Or it's not that, nigga.
Take the L.
They will find a way
Let
to
it go.
just, you know,
It don't have to be like
find
this. You
your
delete- you
personal
release
life,
some
nigga.
garbage.
They want to
Okay?
find your bitch ass
Everybody
personal
can't
life.
win.
And
Everybody
what they want
has
to
a
do,
miss every now
what
and
they want to
again.
do,
Apparently,
they
all of your
want
games
to,
have been misses, but that's neither here nor
what
there.
is it?
But just take
Ruin
the L, man.
your
But now you want to go
your livelihood,
above and
or
beyond, and
how
you're
I
not doing
say,
anything but making it
they
worse.
want to
'Cause I'm
ruin
posting this on YouTube,
your
posting
personality.
this on Twitter, and if
Fair
it goes
on.
viral, you're gonna get roasted even
Fair
more.
on, bro.
And what you
Fair
gonna do? You gonna
on.
copyright claim everybody's video?
That's how
Please,
insane
if
those
you're a
people
YouTuber
are.
watching this video,
That's why
make a
we
video.
call them
If you're a
weakness,
content creator on Twitter,
and
make
they are
a,
fully
watching this video,
uneducated.
make a video. If
Fair
you're on
so.
TikTok, make a video.
No wonder why they got
Let's
the
see
name
how
liberal,
far y'all are
because
willing to go.
it's basically they're
Copyright
uneducated
claim
people.
everybody.
That's for shit, you know.
Copyright claim everybody then. It's probably personal, because I know y'all blocked me on Twitter, because y'all are mad. I don't know. Maybe if I was in your shoes, I'd be mad too. I release a game. I think it's going to be a hit. I'm getting roasted. I piss down my leg, and I start I start reporting everybody. Jesus Christ. You can't make this stuff up, guys. So make sure y'all like this
And
video.
yeah, that's it, y'all. So I got two more, but this is the next, you know, content creator, and this one's known by Dr. Disaster. So what's my thoughts, Altarius? Everything what these type of scumbags do, like I say, bruh, it shows like if we have like these type of organization and company willing to therefore, you know, willing to like discriminate YouTubers, or how I say this, if you're allowing these type of companies allowing to, what is it, shut down, you know, a small creator channel, which is called like a violation, and basically they're like, you know, bodying and targeting their characteristic, you know, due to like violation around their, you know, the material data show evidence. It's just fun evidence. It's like when you in business, when you in a millionaire business, nigga, you post it publicly. You post it to the worldwide global, and there is no point of, you know, what is it, using your crash out take, or starting to like use like the victim mentality. There is no way out of it. You gotta come out clean and understand what's going on. You got to like speak up in a fully traditional, professional way, not progressive, traditional way of speaking. And then the audience can maybe understand you more better. But the way how, like, you know, Teen Kill Media trying their best to like become like full anti-consumer, it just kind of pissed me off, nigga. And even though, what is it, karma's always been like this, bruh. And there's nothing I can, what is it, say, cause you know, it's like an rituals. It's like a vigilante around these company. It's always been like a bitch ass vigilante, like I say, I respect Atari saying, you know, on his videos and all type of shit. Y'all niggas need to get off the internet, bruh. Y'all millionaires and all that type of shit. Even though y'all broke, you know, people on the studios and type of shit, feeling emotional and you having social emotional learning just because, you know, what is it? Just because consumer is allowed to like have like full on critique around your damn product and shit. Y'all need to relax, bruh. Y'all need to relax, man. Damn. No wonder why the world gone backwards. Damn. Right now, I hope the world go forwards, bruh. And how do I say this? Ataris, I got respect your video. And yeah, like I said, these devs need to like, you know, get out internet and come off internet. And if you still keep on going on with these botherings about memes and type of shit, it's just show how much, you know, these people around the business are very, very unprofessional. Very, very unprofessional, nigga. Very unprofessional. Yeah, that's my thoughts and opinion, you know? And through that take, which you show screenshots, it's just evidence, bruh. Lot of it. It's just bitch ass evidence, bruh. It's just bitch ass, lot of evidence. And it's kind of a shame. But anyways, alright, let's move on to the next take. And the last will be Demon TV. So let's go on to Dr. Disaster. Then we go on to Demon TV. Alright? So let's go on to the next video. Let's go.
Used to have games like
Oh, I like the Uncharted, bruh. I like it through the badass PSV eras, y'all. See, this is my childhood. The Uncharted Drake. Those are my motherfucking childhood. Through these games, bruh. Not the Final Fantasy or neither Halo. Just Uncharted for me, y'all. Uncharted. So I rather rock with those franchises. I was grow up in the childhood and all that type of shit. I rock with Uncharted the most, nigga. The most, bruh. That's so.
Right here, Code Violet, a game that advertised itself as being a spiritual successor to Dino Crisis, which sounds like a good idea. That sounds like something that I would want to try out. But they got a lot of attention some time ago when they announced that their game was going to be released exclusively on PS5, and the reason for that wasn't because they had reached some sort of deal with PlayStation. It was because the idiots who made the game did not want vulgar mods of their main character's actress to be made on PC.
Well, boy, your mama must be damn proud of you.
Ultimately, I think this was just a ploy to bring attention to themselves. They were virtue signaling to the feminists that they respect women. Meanwhile, because of their decision to only release on the PS5, they can technically call themselves a console exclusive, which makes it sound like they are a much bigger deal than they actually are. But the game is out now, the reviews are in, and after only an hour or so of playing, even DSP couldn't stand this turd of a game and deleted it off of his console.
But you could get like this is just, there is no reason to bother with this. Agreed.
And hell, even the likes of IGN scored this thing as a dumpster fire.
It don't align with their bitch ass interests. And that's their own supporter there. Those type of globalist coated shells. That's what happened, y'all.
Ding, ding, ding.
Alright, me hearties, let's dig into what is being said about Code Violet. For full context, though, let's take a look at the virtue signals.
But like I say, y'all, look, everybody and also views. This is what happens when you give these type of folks money. What they do, they be anti-consumer. Always try and, stay far away from them possible. And try your best, not get some dodgy games. To be honest, y'all, it's best to start buying dodgy games, and we gotta start looking around the PS, event shows and it's like that, the Xbox live shows too. To be honest, y'all, it's down to your choice. You whether want to get it, or you whether willing to move far away from it. That's on your choice. I'm just trying to give you a guidance and explain. That's all. So anyway, let's carry on.
Some of them being quite skimpy, so it sure as hell seems like there is more to their decision than simply wanting to protect the modesty of their actor. If you ask me, like I said earlier, I think they were fishing for virtue signal points. I think they were trying to attract the modern audience.
Dr. Disasters. And here's another idea too. And you gotta take this and notice. I remember there was a chick. I remember when it came on chicks, they do not like, lesser money, Even though if you give some people equal pay, one specific gender will get mad over the same pay. We all know it. It's the chicks. So you best gotta pay them maybe higher more, because it ain't no great for chicks, It ain't no motherfucking way, great for chicks, because we all know how girl rock nowadays, We all know what they're like.
Which comes with a soundtrack and some skimpy outfits for your character. So much for not wanting to sexualize their character. But anyhow, as you can see here on Metacritic, the game only has 4 reviews on it so far, because most outlets do not feel like this is even worth their time. But as you can see, those 4 reviews are not favorable at all. They have a Metacritic score of 40, which seems generous based on the gameplay that I have seen for this turd. Not even the game journalists will defend it. Let's take a look at their reviews though and see what they have to say.
For those global audience, let me tell you this, Dr. Disaster, for those type of motherfucking global audience, preach for equity, acceptance, and equality and all diversity. So where they are now? Where are they? Where are these niggas at? See? You see, y'all? You see? And it's not that, y'all. Remember, they do not like attractive female role model. Remember, the whole global audience hate attractive
I would
female,
actually be really pissed that these idiots decided to call themselves a console exclusive. It doesn't matter to those of us who know better, but you have posts like this one here from the Gameverse over on X saying this is the first PS5 exclusive for 2026, launching tomorrow. Like I said, I would be pissed if I were PlayStation, because this is tarnishing their brand. But
they need Dr. Disaster, but let me tell you this, y'all, for my point. Alright, the reason why they want to give the a hard rock, red through the score rate and all that type of shit, meanwhile they do not give a flying damn to us consumers, us majority consumers. But let me tell you this for the global standpoint, even though I'm mostly an anti-globalist. To be honest, I am anti-globalist, but let me tell you this through their bitch-ass standpoint. Why they give the bitch-ass review red is because they all bitch-ass knew there is a motherfucking attractive female character. That's why they are doing it that bad. That's why they want to review that bitch-ass game bad, to review bomb it. Around 4 or that type of shit, because it's, attractive female character. And it doesn't piece to the satanic, pedophile, whatso trans community and type of shit, because the trans community's worship of the damn Baphomet and also the Behemoth too. You get what I'm saying? That's why they're desperate doing these type of bitch ass shit. Cause them niggas just don't know how I say them niggas just bitch ass don't know what they're doing around the bitch ass gaming scene and why they're there. But we all don't damn know. They just don't even give a damn about its consumers, all that type of shit. It's about they want to benefit, have profit and also do gamble and also seek their bitch ass money into their bitch ass pockets so they can fully cater to their own interests, but not at least try to like focus on being an absolutely professional, gamer in a way to make sense, like professional doing the journalism and pointing out the true and direction out instead of not the characters, point out the true direction of the quality of the game. That's it. Not like one bits and this point a lot, but don't try like how would I say don't try like do some objectification through the models. Even though what I would say that type of character mode okay, but I still don't rock with the quality of the game. That's it. I still don't rock with that quality of the game at all. Only thing I would say this though, because even though the damn Team Kill Media just went in and conned a lot of the consumers, so fuck them too. I think the reason for their plan is to do that. Let me tell you this, bro. I think is they want to make sure attract a female, role model be in this game, and they want to make it buggy as possible so they can explore our monies type of shit. And to be honest with y'all, we got free play. So guys, if I was you, y'all, next time let's try and not be available to like get some type of trailer or any type of some indie games. Like depend if some can be dodgy or not, but we have to see, y'all. We have to see around this year, bro. Around gaming, we have to see. But anyways, right now I'm just gonna carry on, listen what Dr. Disaster say, and then after that, I will do my last one, Demon TV. There, so alright. So let's get this shit started and let's go.
Tedious exploration, technical problems, the sexy costumes, and horny camera work seem at odds with both Violet as a character and the tone of the writing. Even at 6 hours long, it's tough to recommend because in 6 hours you could just watch Jurassic Park 3 times, and if you did that, you'd never once feel the need to justify what's currently on your screen. It's funny how literally nobody is happy about this game, and not even for gameplay reasons. The so-called gamer chuds were never going to get behind this game once they tried to virtue signal to the wokesters out there and said that the game wasn't coming out on PC because they were being puritanical about the usage of mods. And yet, the actual game itself, as they said in this review, is absolutely
I was saying
brimming
that
with
hypocrites.
sexualized
These are the most, gay groomers that we have ever seen, gay ass groomers that willing to like complain and bash about every type of sexual bodies and type of shit, because them niggas don't know how to, I don't know, because they're actually out their bitch ass head, bro, because they're into gender confusion and their brain is long gone, nigga. Their bitch ass brain long gone. Do you know what I mean long gone? Them nigga brain is explode. They got half brain, and that's why I can't even relate on these type of topics. And that's why them niggas need to like step out the business industry for shit, bro, for real, for shit.
a
That's for
small
sure.
step at that
You know?
from being shovelware. And I'd like to think that this video might serve as a PSA for people out there so that you don't get suckered by any of the game's trailers. But anyways, me hearties, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already. A lot of you have told me that you have been unwillingly unsubscribed to the channel, so make sure that you are still subscribed. Ever since I started bringing this up in my videos, I've had loads of people tell me that they found this had happened to them. I'm not sure why this stuff happens, but it does seem to happen an awful lot. Anyhow, I'm gonna leave it there. Team Kill Media played themselves, and they lost, making a game that nobody wants to play. Drop your mockery of Code Violet into the comment section below, and
Alright, so let's move on to the final creator, Indeeman TV, which I kind of respect his takes, and I go like I knew, you know, sentiment for his takes. So let's get into his next video, y'all. Alright, let's go.
Going to be a complete mess and disaster when it releases. And sadly, from the moment I saw the first trailers for Team Kill Media's next magnum opus, I guess, the writing was just on the wall. So Code Violet is the next game from a developer that has quite frankly done everything that they could have done to ensure that their game would be ostracized by pretty much anyone besides the most diehard fans, if they have any, I guess. In case you don't know, the game is basically a spiritual successor to Dino Crisis from Capcom, trying to combine the new school ways of Resident Evil 2 Remake, but replace the zombies with dinosaurs, except the game has so much jank in it. Unfortunately, instead, it comes off more like a student-made project than an official video game that you have to buy with
That's
real
true,
money.
Indeemium.
The other bleak
That is
part of
actually
this
true, bruh.
release is
It's kind of
apparently
like a
the game
damn
is a PlayStation
student,
5 exclusive
you know, whatsoever.
somehow, despite
But,
not looking
bruh,
graphically demanding whatsoever.
like,
Just,
how
oh,
I
man,
say
like, let's
this,
just get
bruh.
into it. Like, how is this
The
such a
developers
disaster? I
need to
have no
put
idea.
this
Like,
type
you
of
know
game
things are
back in the
bad. Like,
oven.
PlayStation Lifestyle,
I
all
mean it,
websites
y'all.
I've seen here
This
just
game
fully
should
admits that
not
Code
been
Violet is a
released in that
massive
way.
mess.
To be
And
honest,
as the first, I guess,
and to be honest,
PlayStation
y'all,
exclusive of 2026,
Sony
it's setting the year off with a
is
massive
doing a
gunshot
amount
wound to
of
like your
gamble,
temple,
bruh.
pretty much. What even is the plot of this
Sony
game? You're probably wondering.
could
Oh,
have
here, let
at
me read
least
the plot for
could
you here,
just
I guess, or
checked
the
up
summary, whatever.
and
Let me
could
read
at
it for
least,
you.
you know,
In the
the
25th
the
century,
dead
a
ass stuff could
cataclysm has
not
left Earth
participate
uninhabitable,
with some
driving
type of
humanity
dodgy developers
survivors
and all
to
type of shit. And
Trappist
especially,
1A.
I can understand they
Facing
want
extinction
everything
due
to
to
become
sterility,
private,
the
but
Aeon
meanwhile,
colony harnesses
if you
cutting-edge time travel
caught like a
technology to
damn
abduct women
studio
from the
or
past
any
to
type
be
of small video
surrogates in
game
a
studio
dark
that
yet
wanted to be
desperate
like
bid to save
very,
mankind.
you
But
know,
their
on
mission
their
conceals
tick
a
on the signs,
sinister
like they want to be
conspiracy.
very
As
anti
Violet Sinclair,
pro
torn
consumers,
from your
and
kind, you
also they
awaken in
don't
the
they
Ion
don't want to listen to
bioengineering
type which type
complex,
of certain
swarming with
demographic,
ferocious
you know,
prehistoric
groups.
dinosaurs
It
and
just shows
hostile
how much
forces.
they
Carefully
want
manage your
to,
inventory, uncover
you
Aeon's dark
know,
secrets,
how
fight to
I say
survive, and
this.
escape during a
They want to
chaotic
like dead
evacuation
ass go full
Honestly,
pro
on paper, that sounds at least
anti-consumer
somewhat interesting.
and also
Like, what do you mean there's
anti-gamer.
some science
That's it.
fiction company that has decided to go back in time to abduct women to give birth to the future to save mankind? I mean, it kind of also doesn't make sense, because why wouldn't you then just use that
Oh
same
boy,
time travel
yeah, that's
technology
true,
to just
Endymion.
go
That's
back
true.
before this
And
cataclysm thing happened with
especially, you
evidence and then,
know,
like, tell the
what
world's
is it?
governments, hey guys,
Especially,
we're from the future,
I
so
kind
like
of,
the
you
world's
know,
gonna
feel
end and we're
absolutely
gonna have to
very
start
sorry for,
abducting our own
you know,
women into the future
a
to
lot
like
of
save
folks
the
that don't
world.
have
Also,
their
there's
refund back,
dinosaurs somehow, but
especially
like maybe instead
with
can we
myself
just
too.
work together with this knowledge from the
Like,
future
I
and
don't have
stop
like
this
my
all
damn
from
refund
happening?
back
But I
due
guess
to this
if we
type of
use
bullshit,
logic, we
bruh.
wouldn't have
And
dinosaurs.
especially,
So really, what
you
even
know,
is
we
the
came
point
on
of
the
the
Sony
game
too,
then? It's all about
with the
dinosaurs in the end and
dead
hot
ass
babes running
corruption.
around in pure janky gameplay, I guess. You're probably also noticing this game's camera angles are not very good, and the use of darkness is more annoying than it is atmospheric. And yeah, that's kind of a problem with Code Violet the entire way through. Like, some reviews are out here for the game officially, and they're not looking great, I gotta say. As Metacritic shows here, Code Violet has 4 reviews as of me writing this, and yeah, it's at a 40% out of 100, which is not good for your first, I guess, big PlayStation exclusive of the year. It's actually really horrible. A disaster, like I said, and I'm starting to question what the actual hell is going on over there at Sony. Because how did nobody review this game internally and realize that this would reflect badly on their platform likeness by having this available?
You proved my point, sir. Thank you, bro. Thank you. And by the way, guys, I got something to say after when Demon finished explaining, because there is another thing I need to like pick on the true response. Here is my strong and bold response. Yo, here's my strong and bold response to my viewers and everybody watching me. I got something to end to say to you once this is done, right?
The best it can give you is terrible third-person shooting, boring level design, and technical blunders that make stalking through this futuristic bloodbath feel prehistoric. Yeah, it's not going well for Code Violet, guys. It is interesting, though, that Team Kill Media, which made this game, are now kind of 2 for 2 now when it comes to overtly ambitious third-person shooter games that fail on, like, all fronts, pretty much. In case you don't know, they made another game called Quantum Error, which was released in 2023, which was made by the same people, obviously. It starred a character named Jacob Thomas, who was a firefighter who has to defeat terrorists and cosmic horrors on a space station of all things. And in terms of its Metacritic and reception, I mean, well, just look at the numbers here. Quantum Error, just like Code Violet, has a 40 out of 100 again. And that user score is abysmally bad too, which is somehow even lower. The most shocking part about Quantum Error is that apparently, according to its Wikipedia page, there is actually a sequel in development right now. It's going to be called Quantum State, and it's also coming to PlayStation 5. And then IGN, again, they gave Quantum Error, like Code Violet, a terrible score, claiming that its story, the enemy AI, and generally just unoptimized state at release were all abysmally bad, and it's happening again. So I now have to wonder, guys, who is giving this team money to make these games in the first place? Like, okay, I get it somewhat. There's a market for, say, bad movies, right? We've all gone on some streaming service looking for absolute schlock. I get it. We've all done it. When something is so bad, it's kind of good even. But when it comes to video games, these things are expensive to make. And I mean, somehow Quantum Error, I guess, made enough money, clearly, if a whole sequel is coming out despite the abysmal everything that was surrounding it. But then I decided to look up this Team Kill Media. Apparently, the studio is ran by 4 brothers in America somewhere, out of Wyoming, who are passionate about game development. That's actually incredible. I was honestly convinced that this game was being made by, like, Eurojank developers in the middle of nowhere, but I stand corrected. The other 2 games that these brothers have made is Kings of Lorne, which apparently doesn't have enough reviews professionally to chart on Metacritic still, but as seen here, it has a 6.5 from users on Metacritic at least, which is higher than Quantum Error, I guess. They also have another game called Sun and Bone, which also doesn't have any reviews from critics, but as you can see here, it has a 6.9 from users, which, I mean, that's the highest score from the users at least. I guess it's something, maybe, I don't know. But every single game they make, either the critic reviews or the user reviews are like the same. These brothers always release games that are just technical messes that either don't run well, and everything just seemingly comes to PlayStation for some reason alone. Well, I mean, it makes sense, I guess. PlayStation does have a big install base, obviously, so you have people you can cater to, I guess, there for sure. But even then, like, what is happening here, man? It seems like their games are regressing instead of improving, and that's kind of insane, actually, because of, like, where they started to begin with. Look, okay, I get it. Making games is hard. I'm not going to sit here and act like they don't know how to make games. They're doing it right, I guess. They're living out their dream. They're making things happen, and that's great for them. But with Code Violet, there's clearly a very weird story going on here. Because on paper, this should have been their, like, big break into the big leagues or something, you know, where they have actual attention at them. Like, you're catering to the Resident Evil fan base. You got an attractive main female character. It's getting main press from the websites and, like, the ads and all that. Like, this could have worked on paper. Maybe they chose PlayStation because it's harder to get refunds if people don't like your game. That could be an actual reason why they are so headstrong on releasing games there only. You're probably also wondering, well, why isn't it coming to Steam then? Couldn't a game like this thrive on a platform like that? Well, yeah, in a way, true, but also not really, because the developer specifically stated they don't want Steam users' money at all. As Rock Paper Shotgun reported back in January 2025, as you can see here, Team Kill decided they would skip out on Steam for the sole reason being that they didn't want users to be able to mod mod the game and create what Team Kill called vulgar mods for their main female character. Look, you probably think I'm lying, so let me just read you exactly what Team Kill said about this. For those asking us about a PC version of Code Violet, the reason we are not bringing it to PC is we do not want anyone modding vulgar versions of the main character as well as other characters in the game. We hold our voice actresses and actors with high regard as well as our artistic vision for the game and story and reject any form of destroying that with mods, making a joke out of our art and possibly tarnishing the reputation of our voice actresses and actors is not worth the extra money we can make. Look, I don't hate this developer, okay? I got no real ill will against them, but like, guys, what are we talking about? You hold your actors in high regard and don't want the characters they play to be tarnished. I mean, okay, I guess to a degree, but like, you then say at the end there that mods would tarnish the reputation of the voice actors? What? You guys realize your games don't review well, right? Like, at all. This would make sense coming from an esteemed developer who was considered amazing and full of quality and like tried and true releases, but you guys made Quantum Error for crying out loud. You're not exactly out here making high art that is considered the Leonardo da Vinci level of our time like you think it is. This new game got a 40 out of 100 on Metacritic. Like, you can't be out here thinking that you're from software. When games like Big Bumping, featuring the Burger King mascot guy is seen here on Metacritic, is scoring higher than anything you've made so far. Like, I'm not even trying to be mean here, guys. You gotta have humility is what I'm saying. What's wild to me is that from your statement there, you guys hold your actors apparently in high regards. That's your words, not mine. But then you clearly diminish their work by subjugating it by being involved with the slop that you guys are making instead. And what's crazy to me is that you hold your actors up high, but you clearly don't feel the same way about your customers. Because you're releasing games that don't run well at all, releasing for real money, obviously, and then expecting people to buy them anyways. Like, look at this, guys. This Code Violet game is somehow $50 at release. In what world is this an acceptable price for something that is being torn apart by critics because of the technical state, the story, the animations, and then some? And then that user score on PSN isn't helping them either. 2.92 out of 5 is a bad score. As someone who plays primarily on PlayStation, when games reach scores that low from user reviews, it's almost always because the games are AI slop or the games were deceptive in their marketing to get people to buy them in the first place. I guess Team Kill figured all they really needed to do was make flashy trailers that showed the game working in a technical state that it would not be available at launch, and then just put an attractive woman who, by the way, from the footage you're seeing this entire time, you're probably noticing that the main girl can also be made to wear like all sorts of outfits, some even revealing too. So I'm kind of confused. Like, walk me through this so I understand better, please. You don't want PC players to make vulgar mods of your in-game character models, but you're totally fine putting your own characters in your game in those kind of outfits and even positions that are just as suggestive or lewd. Like, I feel like I'm being trolled here. Like, am I? Because I don't see how this argument works at all here. If your outfits in-game were not lewd to begin with, this would make more sense, but that's not the case. Like, there's one outfit in the game is seen here, which I gotta censor for YouTube, but the main girl is basically wearing a swimsuit with like her cheeks out in full view. Even in the game trailer thumbnail, as you can see here, she's wearing basically lingerie into battle pretty much. So you value the integrity of your people that you work with to not put them in vulgar outfits, but then you then do the same. Yeah, I don't really buy this. I think the real reason why they honestly don't want to release the game on Steam is pretty simple. Firstly, Steam has a much more flexible refund policy, which means that Team Kill's games would likely make no money at all pretty much because so many people would be able to refund their games very easily. Secondly, they don't want to do it because Steam has publicly available data on how much a game was bought or played in real time, which if Team Kill did that, the number could maybe not be very high, so they avoid that to ensure that actual player numbers of their games are kept more secretive. And thirdly, and I think this is the most likely reason, is that if the game were released on Steam, Team Kill couldn't make as much money from those DLC costumes, because Steam users could easily make better ones for free and then make them available via Steam's workshops for users to use, which would in turn make the outfits available as cosmetics to buy virtually pointless if they release it on Steam, because people could just make their own outfits anyways. And lastly, I think the other reason why the game doesn't come to Steam is pretty simple too, because users could mod the game and fix the many problems of this development studio's games, which would then probably make the developers seem even more incompetent than they are right now, I guess, because clearly everything they've released so far has been, well, not exactly worth the asking price. Because again, Code Violet is retailing pretty much for the same price as something like Arc Raiders or Clair Obscur even, despite the fact that Code Violet, according to playthroughs online, the game only averages roughly like 4 or 5 hours max per playthrough, which is ludicrously low for the asking price. But I can already hear people say, but it's like Resident Evil and Dino Crisis. Capcom games are short too, but priced further. Yes, you're right, they are. But are we really going to compare the actual AAA quality of a Capcom-led Resident Evil game where the controls and the mechanics and the graphics and the actors and the environments and so much more are obviously operating at a level that is undeniably far higher than what Code Violet is doing here? Not to mention Capcom games, as in Resident Evil at least, they tend to work just fine in release. Monster Hunter Wilds, that's a different story, but Resi games are usually totally fine to play. You can't compare the quality of Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 2 Remake or Resident Evil 7 or Resident Evil Village to something like Code Violet. They're not even in the same ballpark, man. Like, look, maybe if Team Kill worked to ensure their games ran better at release and weren't technical messes, there wouldn't be so much criticism labeled against them. What's even more bizarre is that apparently the voice actor lady who voices Violet, the main character, admitted that she self-directed herself in the game. Like, that's something that happened. I know that sounds crazy, so here's a clip from IGN's YouTube channel where the voice actor for Violet just explains the process, and it's so bizarre, but just listen to this.
So my inspiration for the character, I would say I was really inspired by Abby in The Last of Us Part 2, but before, she's like a trained military expert, like a super strong badass character. So she's kind of more like Lara Croft at the beginning of the Tomb Raider remake. Somewhere in between those two characters, I was definitely inspired by Laura Bailey's performance. And then the story arc of Lara as she's like finding her strength, I think really applies to Violet as she's figuring out and unraveling this mystery. So Violet gets into a lot of scrapes in this game, and for that we had to create a library of effort sounds, which in the video gaming world is any sound that we are making with our voices to convey information to the player about what's happening, whether that's we're getting attacked, we're attacking, we're jumping, we're pushing something. It's a piece of information that we use our voices to create information about how we're interacting with the environment. And that's going to inform the player on kind of what's going on. How severe is this wound? Is the enemy dead or are they just hurt? Is our protagonist dead or is she just hurt? What's going on? You know, how tired is she from running? Is she like out of breath or is it just kind of a light jog? So I did a lot of vocal combat for this game, and that was definitely one of the bigger challenges here, especially, no spoilers, but as the story progresses, there are some really intense scenes, and we really had to dive in. So that was a really great challenge. So this project was completely self-directed, and the awesome creators over at Team Kill gave me absolute control over the narrative here and over Violet's journey. And so I really got to just kind of self-direct and walk myself through this journey. And whenever I have the chance to do that, I actually prefer to go through the journey with the character without knowing how it's going to end up. So this is somewhat of a mystery, and it really was a mystery to me as Violet, going through this script in real time and not knowing kind of what's going on until it's revealed to the audience. And that's how I prefer to work when I'm self-directing. And I think it really brings an element of realism to the work because it's genuine. She doesn't know, just like the audience doesn't know kind of what's going on. When I read the script for the first time, I was blown away. I thought the narrative, cinematic nature of the story was really impressive. And there's just some really cool storytelling devices that, without giving anything away, I think players are really going to enjoy. And finally, just to give people a little bit of a taste of what this game is, I think if you like the game Alien Isolation, or if you liked the TV series Succession, there's something in there for you. And then, of course, the inspiration, Dino Crisis, you are definitely going to love Code Violet.
This is the video they're legally threatening me over. This video right here where I'm showing how bad the game is. Now, I'll admit that when I made this, I immediately forgot it exists. I made this review. It was terrible. I think I made a couple jokes. That's it. It's a 9-minute video. It's whatever. And then I just forgot about it. I got other reviews to do. I didn't even realize it still existed until today when I woke up and I got this. YouTube copyrights take down notice. The CEO, Thomas Jones of Team Kill Media, the CEO, is personally saying that I am infringing on his copyright, his legal ownership of the game. I'm infringing on it by insulting it. Now, thankfully, as you can see here by the email itself, we believe your content is protected by fair use, fair dealing, or similar exception of copyright protection. Now, again, my video does not use their audio. It's not like I'm just uploading cutscenes. I literally am doing fair use critique. That's literally part of fair use. And thankfully, I like the fact that they said, we do not plan to remove your video at this time. You control your availability. If you want to private or delete it, you can. There is a chance they may reach out to you personally and request a removal or takedown. This email is not legal advice. I am annoyed about the fact that it does feel like companies are, in a way, a lot of these companies are afraid of their games failing. And I respect that. It makes sense. Games are expensive to make. Games are risky art. The industry is very much in flux. But this company, Team Kill Media, this is garbage. You guys are a garbage factory. If you think this is going to silence me, I do believe that the reason they're doing this now, I put that video up just shy of 2 years ago. I think I put it up 1 year and 9 months ago. The reason they're trying to take that down now is because they know their next game is about to come out. They know that this Code Violet is about to release, and they're afraid of anybody talking bad about their previous, well, I don't want to say a bad word. We're going to say their previous very unfinished products. I kind of want to say scam, but scam is a bit too far. Your games are clickbait garbage. They're made to have cool
Damn,
trailers,
looks like even the
flashy
page chill
visuals
don't even rock for this
for a
shit.
product that
Boy,
is literally
nigga,
asset
your
flush.
page chill
And I'm annoyed about the fact that
absolutely
you guys
trying
are
to
coming out
destroy
here
and shit.
trying to just
Holy fuck.
threaten people legally. I find it
Looks
fascinating
like
that
King
they
Camille's
thought this
failed that
would turn
motherfucking
out
shit.
good. That
For
if
sure,
you just
y'all,
sit down a
for
bunch
sure.
of copyright notices, that it would turn out for the best. I mean, do you really think this is magically going to make more people play your garbage game? Do you think this is somehow going to get more positive headlines? Screw you. I mean, legitimately, I'll be honest. I was going to buy Code Violet 100%. That's why I'm still following this account. I was going to buy it with an open mind. And if it sucked, I was going to do another negative video like I did for Quantum Error. But why isn't your game just good? Why is it that your games are such cheap garbage? Maybe it's because you know they're cheap garbage. Maybe it's that you're actually afraid of people talking about your cheap garbage. Team Kill Media, screw you. Screw you legitimately. Don't send me any more takedown notices. Don't mess with me. I'm not going to talk about you because at this point, you guys don't deserve even word of mouth. Nobody buy this crap. Nobody freaking even acknowledge this. These people suck. They're absolute losers that are just hurting the media. Get the hell out of here. Go back to, I don't know, ripping people off some other fashion. I don't know. This has been an off-cut video. Hopefully I don't get super sued. What are you going to do? I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. And I appreciate you guys tuning into this very strange circumstance. I love you very much. Please have a great day. And please keep dreaming. A copyright takedown. Get over it. Just
Alright, y'alls, look. You see this, y'alls? Time and time we've been proven correct. Now let's read what this folks saying. Look, even though the whole people and also the whole world see this shit, it's so damn bitch ass gay as fuck. But you know what, y'alls? And even though, to be honest, with a lot of creators, even though waking on to amount some creators speak the truth, y'alls, but I want to give a message to the small creators out there, and especially for us too, and also for our futures, though. We need to know it, and we have to be full on change. When we mean change, we need to improve our content more. So, how will I say this? But I have to say it right now. I'm gonna call these these content creators out and stuff. So the audience need to do more. If you can make a new ways to gain attention through our audience, I think it's time that these creators need to be often confront these developers face to face, get like on cam and question them with the toughest difficulties. Because we cannot standards this generation. But I'm glad how US got like a free speech. USA got a free speech. And also for us, we like from the UK, we don't have no free speech. No. We don't have freedom of expression around the UK with our free speech. You know, freedom of expression. Because our government is tyranny and shit. But they're mine. I wanna say something for you lot, you know, for the Americans out there. I wanna say this, even though I want to give a shout out to my audience, because even though my audience are American, and also you got some audience that can be very British too, but I gotta say something. I think we gotta at least confront them, challenge them, and try and like press them with your phone and camera. That's it. Try to press them with your phone and camera, and try to get them to be confident at saying things. And even though if they go wrong way, because they'll try, you know, their best to like, you know, defend what they got, because they want to use their vigilance against you. And basically it's like they want to do some illegal activity so they can find a way to like put you through that sport, and you don't want to be in that sport illegal activity. I think it's best to say nope, we don't want to do that. We want gooder projects, and we want good product. It's like you go in a restaurant, people keep on giving you the same, you know, raw food or raw unfinished meat, and you do not like that type of unfinished beef patty around the burger. You want a good, nice solid of beef patty around the burger. That's it. But yeah, that shit ain't great, bruh. That shit ain't great. And also, I'll show you the evidence there. See? Not looking good for Team Kill Media. I think Team Kill Media won't survive in 3 months or 4 months, so, because their bitch ass will be, you know, closed. And especially when it came down to the next game, looks like that shit ain't gonna work, you know. That shit ain't gonna work, Team Kill Media. You're going down in a very wrong path. And to be honest, Sony's gonna be in another depths. No, like y'all's in another depths, and there's nothing you can, you know, do something. It's all down to Sony, bruh. That shit is all down to Sony. Cause if I was Sony on type of shit, nigga, I would never, ever, ever get to like put this game in marketing. No. I would refund that game straight away. I would absolutely refund a lot of the people money and give back their own, you know, transaction back through that game due to the lack of that quality and unfinished of talentless. That shit is just disgusting as fuck. But holy shit, bruh. It's just shame. But anyways, let's get into the final video. And after I'm gonna drop a last response. What's my full on thoughts, the whole thing. And yeah, there. Alright, let's get into the last one. And let's go on. Let's go.
Game while not knowing where the story was going, and she did it on the fly. Alright, I guess. But I'm not sure if the result was worth the effort, honestly. I'm just so confused by this game as to how this all came to be. Like, you firstly push to only release your game on PlayStation. Obviously, like I said, they're probably mass criticism and have harder ways for refunds. And then you spit on the faces of Steam users because you know they would eviscerate your game publicly and tell you how it is and have effective ways to portray how poorly optimized your game is, or how it runs terribly and plays bad too. So you hide yourself from the biggest PC platforms, and that just comes off as really shady to everyone, which makes sense. Like, nothing here makes any sense at all from a genuine standpoint. Like, you know what I mean? If you knew your game was great, then you wouldn't be hiding it from others. Like, that doesn't make any sense. There's no reason why Code Violet needs to be on PlayStation 5. Besides, unless there's some weird exclusivity deal that's in place, but I think the real reason is simply if they did release it on Steam, or hell, even say the Switch, their reputation would be outright ostracized by these platforms completely due to the quality control alone. Which honestly makes me embarrassed, because why would Sony be okay with this game being there then. Probably because they just don't know or care, honestly. Because they also had Quantum Error release as well there, but clearly that did well enough to somehow warrant a sequel for Team Kill, and Sony likely just doesn't care since they made money from it too, of course. But if that's the case, that's also shady, you know what I mean? Because it means that Sony is okay with allowing these developers who are deliberately releasing these, they're bad products that don't run or play well on purpose to these unsuspecting customers. I don't know, man, this just comes off as really weird to me is all. Like, they are, as in Team Kill, are tanking their own reputation simply because they want to make money and I guess be shady about it. Like, you only have to look at the dinosaur animation in game of the enemies and it all starts to make sense. Like, dude, look at this part where the voice actor is trying to sell you the game. Look at how the raptor enemies jump. Just watch this.
And a blood bag to recover the lost maximum health limit. Monitor health closely. Drop too low and a raptor can knock you down, disarming your weapon, leaving you defenseless against the horde. Well, there we have it. I hope you all have enjoyed this sneak peek at Code Violet. Stay tuned to learn more about our protagonist, Violet Sinclair, and her journey in the upcoming story trailer.
Like, am I taking crazy pills, or does that
Not
not
look
look...
anything nearer here and all that type of shit. Yeah, Endymion. That's for sure. But Endymion, there is a lot of subjects I kind of agree, but there is one thing you kind of missed. And the one thing you kind of missed, like, how would I say? Because you said something before then that, because I gotta like double check what you said and all that type of shit, nigga, because it does bring back the statement and also the request you just give to me and all that type of shit. Also the money. To be honest with you, when it came under their capitalism, they're anti-capitalist. They do make money, but the thing is, though, they want to gain to the global audiences. What I mean is, they want to like be anti-consumer, and they're willing to keep the money by themselves. They want to capitalize from it. They want to explore, their own consumer base, full on exploiting them, and also meanwhile they're in a lot of debt and all type of shit. And also, I don't think around future they will ever create some good ass games, because damn, on their record it gone bitch ass bad, bruh. Bitch ass bad. And boy, like I say, even though Sony is basically, anti-consumer, which I always explain, and also the another thing you mentioned too, to be honest, Endymion, this game is kind of Dino Crisis, competition. It ain't no like Aliens. Am I right, y'all? Do you think like this game is made for like Aliens type of shit? No, it ain't. To be honest, Endymion, I think the one thing you miss is like basically they want this game to become like a competition of Dino Crisis. To be honest, I don't think that game ain't Resident Evil. I think they want to make this game mostly competition to Capcom. And do you know what happened? Look what happened when their rivals just failed miserably, bruh. So bitch ass miserably. And boy, that shit is just peak for them, bruh. That shit absolutely peak. And yep, I'm gonna be hardly, and also I'm gonna think carefully what I'm gonna get this year, bruh. I'm gonna hardly think which game I'll get, and there. So, but anyways, y'all, I'll say this. Yeah, that's the end, and I hope you do watch the whole reaction, even though it's 1 hour. But I promise y'all that I will make it short. But like I say, it's just 1 hour, and I can't be asked like chopping off, like, make it part 1, part 2, because it's gonna be like bitch ass long type of shit, nigga. And I can't deal with that shit, but fuck. But anyway, I hope you do enjoy what I said. Please do comment what y'all think about this Code Violet type of shit. And boy, y'all's been proven correct. And also, I gotta take this type of L2, Damn. And to be honest, I didn't play the shit, and I'm still kind of pissed off, The damn organization on Sony and type of shit didn't refund my bitch ass transactions, but fuck it. But anyway, else, I wanna say thank you for understanding my video, and fuck Team Kill Media. These companies are anti, consumers and anti gamers, and they don't want a piece of their own masses of customers, servers. So there, fuck him. And also, yeah, I hope Team Kill Me do find a bitch ass struggle, cause they can gamble and scam a lot of people, but this time they ain't playing it. This time they ain't play it. They can go kiss their motherfucking studio down to the grave. Once like Sony find out with their marketing. Your new game won't last long, Team Kill Media. Your new game won't last long. All I'm gonna say in a strong message type of stuff. Take a break, nigga. Y'all need to take a break. Y'all need to take a break around 10 years. And come back if you got a great game, solid. Come back in bitch ass 10 years you got a great game, solid. There, so. But anyways. Alright. This is Reborn6819 talking about Code Violet. Shout out to the creators like showing proof and receipt. You got like, this flag and all that type of stuff. Shout out to the creators that have been silenced. Remember, never ever have your speech take away. Always try like toughen up and defend yourself and have the right to take actions. That's so. But anyways, y'all, thank you for watching my videos on all that type of shit. Therefore, it's Reborn6819 sign out. Hope you guys have a great day, and I hope this week will be very, very perfect and well for y'all. Alright? Peace out.
Impressive, and there's just some really cool storytelling devices that, without giving anything away, I think players are really going to enjoy. And finally, just to give people a little bit of a taste of what this game is, I think if you like the game Alien Isolation, or if you liked the TV series Succession, there's something in there for you. And then, of course, the inspiration, Dino Crisis, you are definitely going to love Code Violet.
Like, am I taking crazy pills?
Team Kill Media, this is garbage. You guys are a garbage factory. And if you think this is going to somehow silence me, I do truly believe that the reason they're doing this now, I put that video up just shy of 2 years ago. I think I put it up 1 year and 9 months ago. The reason they're trying to take that down now is because they know their next game is about to come out. They know that this Code Violet is about to release, and they're afraid of anybody talking bad about their previous, well, I don't want to say a bad word. We're going to say their previous very unfinished product. Your games are clickbait garbage. They're made to have cool trailers and flashy visuals for a product that is literally an asset flip. And I'm annoyed about the fact that you guys are coming out here and trying to just threaten people legally. I find it fascinating that they thought this would turn out good, that if you just sit down a bunch of copyright notices that it would turn out for the best. I mean, do you really think this is magically going to make more people play your garbage game? Do you think this is somehow going to get more positive headlines? Screw you. I mean, legitimately, I'll be honest, I was going to buy Code Violet, 100%. That's why I'm still following this account. I was going to buy it with an open mind. And if it sucked, I was going to do another negative video like I did for Quantum Error. But why isn't your game just good? Why is it that your games are such cheap garbage? Maybe it's because you know they're cheap garbage. Maybe it's that you're actually afraid of people talking about your cheap garbage. Team Kill Media, screw you. Screw you legitimately. Don't send me any more takedown notices. Don't mess with me. I'm not going to talk about you because at this point, you guys don't deserve even word of mouth. Nobody buy this crap. Nobody freaking even acknowledge this. These people suck. They're absolute losers that are just hurting the media. Get the hell out of here. Go back to, I don't know, ripping people off some other fashion. I don't know. This has been an off-cut video. Hopefully I don't get super sued. What are you going to do? I love you very much. Please have a great day, and please keep dreaming. A copyright takedown. Get over it. Just Jesus.